Hello and welcome to this lesson about incident response in the AWS. In this lesson, I wanted to share with you which are the fundamental concepts about incident response that you need to understand for the certification exam. And I wanted to start by having a look at this typical incident response process, which is normally having 4 stages or 4 phases like the ones you see here.
So first of all, we have the preparation phase. So in this phase, we are going to be focusing on ensuring that the incident response team is able to detect and respond to incidents within AWS. And we are going to be doing so by enabling detective controls and reactive controls, and also verifying that the incident response team is having appropriate access to the tools that they are going to be requiring, but also the cloud services.
So for this reason, normally the incident response team is having privileged access to all the different accounts in the organization, just in case they need to quickly respond and perform actions on a specific account. In this phase, they're also going to be generating the runbooks and playbooks they are going to be relying on for containing and eradicating an incident. And it's really important that they try to rely on automation as much as possible, because by automating stuff, they are going to be much quicker in mitigating the attack.
Here as well, it is recommended to perform regular simulations and penetration testing campaigns to ensure that the detective and reactive controls that we have deployed are correctly implemented. So moving forward, we can see the detection and analysis phase. In this phase, we are going to be actually operating the security of the platform. So we are going to be focusing on screening the different alerts and any potential sign of compromise, and also try to identify which of the alerts are false positives. So the main problem with incident response and security in the cloud is that we tend to implement lots of alerts or security mechanisms that are going to be generating many different findings. So some of those findings, we know that maybe some of them are not having the right threshold defined, or some of them are not correctly contextualized. And those are going to be ending up in false positives. It's critical for the incident response team to reduce that noise and to focus on the things that actually matter. So this is the phase that is going to be allowing us to write that down and then refine our security mechanisms. Moving forward to the containment, eradication, and recovery. So in here, we are going to be using the runbooks and playbooks that we were defining during the preparation phase in order to try to contain the threats. Like, for example, if we have malware affecting an EC2 instance that is part of an auto-scaling group, we would detach that specific EC2 instance from the auto-scaling group. We'll probably put that instance on a VPC that it doesn't allow any kind of connectivity, but the connectivity required by the security tools and the incident response team, and so on. So basically, we are trying to isolate the affected resources so that those resources are not affecting other resources, or maybe even allowing the attacker to jump from one account to the other. In that phase as well, we are going to be cleaning or destroying the affected resources. Imagine that the attacker was creating an IAM account or a specific role or even an EC2 instance. So normally we would destroy and clean those affected resources. Here we can also leverage the opportunity to patch the systems or even to harden some services if we discover that the main reason of the compromise was related to a misconfiguration in one of those. And finally, we are going to be focusing on trying to return to normal. So anything around recovering the data that was affected, or even recovery the resources that we needed to destroy, so the operations or the different users of our accounts are able to keep working as normal. After all these different stages, we end up with the post-incident activity. So we have been gathering a lot of valuable information here that we are going to be analyzing in this stage. So what was failing, what can be improved. Maybe there was an alert that was not triggered, so we can tweak that alert, or maybe we were missing a specific security control that we didn't think that was necessary, but it could help a lot to detect that specific incident. And this kind of brainstorming about what can we do to actually make this incident response cycle better. So that's going to be automatically feeding this phase, and we start again the cycle. So that's it for the lesson, and see you in the next one. Bye.